Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another harmonica tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the song High and Mighty, recorded by Colter Wall on his album Western Swing and Waltzes. We're going to be playing on a D harmonica in cross harp, and if you want to learn the solo that I have in the tab, you would need a country tuned harmonica. But if you just want to learn what was played on the record, you're fine with just a standard D diatonic harmonica. I've got a special 20 here, and yeah, this is a song written by a Canadian cowboy, and it's about riding broncos and a specific bronco named High and Mighty, and it's a real fun song. And yeah, so first I want to go over the melody, and before we start, there's a tab in the link to the tab is in the description below. It's going to look like this, and it's 2 pages, and so the first page is the melody that Colter sings at the very beginning of the song, or an approximation of the melody. So starts off 2 draw, and then it goes to 3 draw. Okay, and there's 4 3 draws. Usually I play this puckered mainly, and on these I'm going to be tonguing all these 3 draws. So ta ta ta. You're going to be hitting the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Okay, 1, 2. Tom Taylor's colt from Candiac. So we gotta hit that bend, 3 draw bend, whole step twice there. Okay, so that's the first 2 measures. The next measure is gonna be, okay, and then so that's 1 draw, 2 blow, 3 blow, 3 blow. And that second 3 blow I'm gonna tongue. Okay, and by doing that you can just do that all on one breath. Or the 2 blow, 3 blow, 3 blow. Okay, and then it's going to be 3 blow, 3 draw bend. Okay, and then it falls off on the 2 draw there. So from the beginning. Okay, Tom Taylor's colt from Candiac has made his marks in cowboy tracks. Okay, and then the next part, bucking down the best of Calgary. So that's 2 draw, 3 draw, 3 draw. Okay, and then I like how he holds that 3 draw out, and then there's a real quick 3 draw to the 4 blow there. I like that part, and then it's 3 draw, 2 draw, 2 draw, 3 draw, whole step in. Okay, and that 3 draw bend is kind of ending that phrase. It's so important to hit that one in tune, but also important not to fudge it and hit it kind of with a vibrato. But just go ahead and try to stick that 3 whole draw bend, that whole step bend there, and because I used to fudge those with some vibrato, and over time you gotta just go for it, and or else you're never gonna learn to really stick it. So but yeah, that one's gonna stick out more than the rest of the bends because it's on the end of a phrase there. Okay, and then it's gonna go from there. Pet's the colt to like the buck. So that's 3 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw. And we're going to tongue those second 2 4 draws. So I think you might be starting to notice a pattern here. Whenever there's a repeated note, you can use tonguing to kind of just let the breath be more continuous, but still create a separation between those notes. So 3 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw, 4 blow, 4 draw, 4 draw. Okay, and then it's going to be 3 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw. And then 5 blow, 4 draw, 4 blow, 3 blow. Pet stuck Colter like a buck, changing lots of cowboy luck. So that's the changing lots of cowboy luck. And then it's snapping high and hard and wild and free. So that's kind of hard to approximate on the harmonica, but definitely starts off with those three draw whole step ins. Okay, and here again we have this repeated note, and we can actually tongue these bends. Okay, and so that's one way to do it, or you can just kind of do 3 breaths there. Whatever you want to do, I think I'm just used to tonguing those. And 3 draw whole step in, 3 of those, then it's 3 draw 4 blow. And then another 4 blow. And then this is this little 3 draw whole step in, 3 draw half step in, 3 draw whole step in. It's just written down as a half step in, whole step in, but you're scooping into that half step in. Okay, and then falling off on that 2 draw. I do that a ton. And it's kind of approximates what he's doing there, but not as good as his voice, for sure. Okay, and then it's 2 draw, 3 draw whole step in, 2 draw, but I think I'll pretty much always go 2 draw, 2 blow, 2 draw there. So either note works. I'm just so used to playing the 2 blow with that little, because I probably play that too much. I play it all the time. Okay, and now let's move into the chorus. So that's the verse of the opening of the song, and here's the melody from that first chorus. And so on this tab there's going to be extra bars than what there is on a normal verse chorus, because he's playing that first intro just by himself, just sort of in his own tempo, and then there's a count in, so there's a little bit of an extra break between this verse and chorus that only happens in the beginning. Okay, but the chorus starts off 3 draw, 4 draw. So it's 3 draw, 4 draw, and then 4, 5 blows, and you guessed it, we're going to tongue all those, other than the first one, the rest of those 5 blows. And even that 5th 5 blow, which is kind of a lead into that 6th blow, tongue that one too. And then it's 6 blow, 5 blow, so. And we said, let's change his name to high end, to the mighty. Is that 4 draw, 4 blow, 3 draw? And you can scoop those draw notes if you want to. Okay, and then he bucks better than he should. Okay, so that's that part. Those 2, 3 draws right before measure 13. Start that off. He bucks better than he should. And he's mighty hard to ride. Okay, so that's that part. Those 3 draw bends. 3 draw, 4 blow. 4 blow, 4 blow, and then 2 draw, 2 draw, 2 draw, 3 draw whole step in, 3 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw. Or the 3 draw, 4 draw at the end are leading up into the next part of the chorus. But let's play it from the beginning of the chorus. Okay, and then that measure 15 is going to be the exact same as measure 11. Okay, and then measure 16 goes, or measure 16 is the exact same as measure 12. So we already know those two. Measure 17 is going to be, those three draw whole step ins, 3 in a row, 3 draw, 4 blow, and then it's the little. All right, and then that's the verse chorus. So let's play that verse chorus together real slow. So that's the verse chorus there. Let's move into the solo. So on the record I just played the second half of the solo, but in this tab I wrote a little part that would go over the first 8 bars of the solo, where I think it's pedal steel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pedal steel in that section, but if you want to learn what I wrote, or just try to write something yourself, this would be a good kind of a start to try to figure out what to play here. And so it's going to start 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw. So it's 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw, and then there's going to be 3 more 4 draws after that. So, but it goes like. So that's the first measure. Do 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 do. Okay, and then the next measure is going to go 4 blow, 4 draw, 4 draw. So it starts off real simple. Okay, and then it's going to be 4 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, 4 blow is the first 4 notes. And then 4 draw bend, 4 blow, 3 blow. So that next measure is. And then the following that's going to be. So that's going to be a 3 draw half step in, 2 draw, 2 blow, 1 draw, 2 draw. So starting from the third measure of the solo is going to sound like this. Or something like that. Okay, and then the next lick's going to start on the 3 draw whole step end. So that's the next measure. So it goes 3 draw whole step in, 3 draw, 4 draw, 3 draw, 5 blow, 4 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw, half step in. And then it's going to go, okay, so that again is. So that 4 draw half step in is really leading into the next note, which is 4 draw. And it goes 4 draw, 5 blow, 6 blow, 5 blow. And it's going to jump up to 7 draw, 6 draw, 6 blow, 5 blow. Okay, and you can slide up into that 7 draw. And you slide from the 6 draw. Okay, and we're going to land on that 5 draw, which is the country tuned note. So that's important to have a country tuned if you're going to do this. Otherwise, you need to hit that as a 5 overblow. Because what we're doing is we're landing on the third of that 5 chord when it's going to the 5 chord. Okay? Okay, and then so from the top of the solo is going to be. Alright, and continuing from there it goes. Alright, and then from, so that's 5-draw, 5-draw half-step bend, which we can do now that if we have a country tuned harmonica. If not, that half-step bend is actually just going to be the regular 5-draw. And then 4-draw, 5-blow, 4-blow. And then from here, this is where I came in on the record. And it starts on that 4-draw. It's actually the Pat's still playing, but I'm just creeping in. So that next measure is. Okay, and then here the solo starts in earnest, and it's 4-draw, 3-draw, 4-blow, 3-draw, 4-draw, 3-draw. So that's the start of the solo. Okay, and then it's gonna go, which we did that move earlier so that's the half step in scooped, whole step in to the 2-draw, and then 2-blow, and then 3-blow, 2-blow, and then do that little move again, the scooped half step, whole step, 2-draw. Okay, and then just another 2-draw after that. So the beginning of the solo, or let's take it from measure 8 of the solo. Alright, and the next part's going to be, so it's 2-draw, 2-draw half step in, 2-draw. And then it's 3-draw whole step in, 2-draw. And then it's that little scooped half step, whole step, 2-draw move. So this part. Okay. And then measure 14, starting on the 3-draw whole step in. And that's going to be 3-draw whole step in, 3-draw, 4-draw, 3-draw. Okay, and then there's that move again, the whole step bend, half step, or the scooped half step in, the whole step in, 2-draw. 2-blow, 2-draw. So that happens a lot in this song. Okay, and then actually at this point, they actually spliced another take in. So this came from a totally other solo. And you can kind of a little bit tell, yeah, that it was spliced, but it still works. You can still play it. So it's going to be 6-blow, 5-blow, 4-draw, 3-draw. Okay, and then that move again. Okay, so let's play the whole solo. So we're at the top of the second page of the tab. And remember, you need the country tuned D harmonica to actually play this one. Otherwise, hit those 5 draws as a 5 overblow, and the 5-draw bend would be 5-draw if you're on a standard D harmonica. But I just get the country tune. So here we go. 1, 2, here we go. So there's the solo. And remember, the first half is just something I just came up with. So feel free to write your own little solo there. So on the recording, I did a little bit of chucking. So in the chorus, said let's change his name. So I'm chucking on the 4-5-6 blow there. Or really even maybe just kind of on the 4-5 blow. You know, and when I'm chucking, so the rhythm is kind of yuck, a tuck, yuck, a tuck, yuck, a tuck. It's very bitey, and yeah, so sometimes I'm moving in between a double stop and playing all three of those notes. So that E might be a double stop, a tucka might be on the all three holes. Okay, and then so that's let's change his name to Hein. And then it would switch to the one chord, which we're in cross harp. So our one chord is 2-3-4 draw. Okay, and then it's going to go to the 5 chord, which if we have a country tuned harmonica, we can actually chuck on that chord much like we were on the 4 chord, just on the draw. So we're on 4-5/4-5-6 draw. And you can just do the same thing up there, but on the record, if you listen close in the background, so I'm doing that in the background on at least one of the choruses. And that move, so if you don't have a country tune harp, we can still get the major third of the 5 chord in the lower end of the harp, we just have to bend. So that's that 2 draw half step in. So it's 2 draw half step in, 1 draw, 2 blow, 1 draw. And it does that twice for the length of the 5 chord. And when it goes to that 1, you can kind of hit it as a double hit. So, or at least that first time. Or the first and the third time. Okay, and then from there it will go 3 draw whole step in, 2 draw 2 blow, 2 draw, and then it's going to scoop 3 draw and play 4 draw, and then it's back to the 4 chord, and we're chucking again. So. Alright, hope I explained that right. So on the chorus you might go this is an example of how you might maybe chuck through that. But you gotta be careful with chucking. You don't want to do it too much over top of the vocals, and yeah, although that thing is you know, that's a lot of playing over somebody singing, and I think it works all right on the record because they can put it way kind of down in the mix, but yeah, when I do it live, I got to be careful if I do that move to really stay off of the mic. Just so it's like a textural thing, because that's, you know, having all that motion when somebody's trying to sing their own melody line can be distracting and step all over them. So got to be careful with that. But you can make stuff like that work. And you know, if you just go listen to Little Walter, he would play licks all the time while people were singing, but he just, you know, he made sure it was something that went well enough with the song to where, you know, it fit right in. It didn't grab your attention over top of anything, but it was still adding a really cool thing there. So yeah, every now and then you can get away with that. And hopefully I did there, but you know, that's for that's for everybody to make up their own mind on. And so yeah, that's some examples of how you might chuck on there. Oh, and on the tab, those A, E, D, A, those are kind of the chord symbols on the intro to the song. But again, like I said, the intro verse is a little different than the verses in the regular song, so chords might be a little different there. Yeah, I think that's all I've got on this one. And at the beginning of the song, I kind of added a little extra improv after the what's on the tab, so so that goes a little longer, and I didn't tab that out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've seen all your requests for videos, so hopefully I'll get around to them one day. But you can always check out my Patreon for more videos and content that I've made and put up there, and I appreciate the support that everyone gives me there and on here, and always love making these videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on harping.